Hello, guys. Hello, my friends. Welcome. Can everybody see me and hear me? Facebook has changed a few things around. So leave a comment if you guys can actually see me or hear me with the camera and the audio. Make sure everything's good. And we will get started. This is day 1 of 3 days. We're going to go and train on this exact topic for 3 days. How to sign clients in the next 30 days. And I know that, number 1, any type of free training out there that you sign up for or that is available to you that is free, our brains have a hard time valuing and believing is actually going to benefit us. Right? So it can be hard for our brains to recognize that we could actually sign a client from the stuff we talk about on this training. So just allow your brain to believe for a second that this could be the training that allows you to go out and sign your first client in the next 30 days. If you've never signed a client before, the things that we're going to talk about over the next 3 days are going to be the things that you can use to sign clients. All right, so this is gonna be really, really powerful. If you have any friends who are coaches, either mind health, body health, fitness, any type of coach in that space who is also trying to sign clients, let them know about this training. This is gonna help them too, okay? So share it out with your friends. So on this training today, we're gonna be diving into the biggest struggle and the one thing that you guys need to focus on to get clients. Like, this is the secret to everything. I'm giving you guys the biggest secret on day 1. I know, I'm a little crazy like that. All right. So I want you to walk away from the things that we talk about today, just understanding it's way more simple than our brains are making it out right now. Right. And it can be really hard to believe that because our brains want to think that we have a bunch of things we need to figure out in order to make this happen in the next 30 days. I'm going to uncomplicate everything over the next 3 days. So just play along with me. By the end of the 3 days, you won't have to worry about or ever wonder what you should be working on to get clients. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. Awesome. Yay! I'm glad to see you guys on here. Yes, awesome. Oh, good. Yes, comment along with this training. And if you guys are catching this on the replay, leave your comments as you go on the replay, and I'll be active in the group going through and commenting back to you guys. All right. But first and foremost, like, I do want to make a disclaimer. For everybody in this group is a coach, right? But I just want to make a disclaimer if somehow you're not a coach, like you don't actually know how to help people, and you're just in this, somehow you wound up here and you just heard about coaches yesterday, but you don't really know what one is, then this training isn't going to be for you, okay? This training is only for you if you actually know how to help people, right? So this means that you have something that you know how to help people do, a change that you know how to help people make in their life. Maybe it's weight loss, maybe it's mental health, it could be anything. You could be an expert in hormones, whatever it is. Maybe it's a transformation that you've personally gone through that you know others really need to make themselves and could really benefit from, but you know how to get there because you've done it before, right? You actually have to know how to help people, all right? That's really the only requirement to be here over the next 3 days, and you're gonna find a lot of value from this training. All righty? So I want you to think about, I was looking at your answers a lot as you were joining the group, the things that you were looking to learn in the group, what people were saying they were struggling with the most around getting clients right now. And so I wrote down the most common ones, right? The most common themes that people struggle with that keep them from signing clients, all right? So, the biggest one, right? Where do I find my clients? Like, where are they? Where are my ideal clients hanging out? Okay. Signature programs, like, how do I put together a signature program? How do I know if my signature program is really high value? How do I show people that I'm the go-to person? Like, how do I get people to choose me as the expert coach, right? There's such a saturated market. That's what I hear all the time. In this saturated market, how do I stand out and be seen as the expert, right? Maybe my message isn't clear enough. How do I know where to go to get certified? Which certification is the best? I'm in the middle of my certification. So like what I see a lot of times is people will say, yeah, I just spent $15K on this certification, and I'm going to be doing that for the next 6 months. So I need to do that first before I can start signing clients, right? So I just want to offer to you that if you feel that way, you can let go of that attachment to that piece of paper, right? So if you know how to help people, there's people who are looking for someone to help them now. You can start helping people now. You don't need to wait to have a piece of paper that gives you the stamp of approval to help people, okay? Again, if you know how to help people, you can help people now. The other thing I hear is, I'm like, so then the other thing I hear is from people who, they just finished their certification, or they finished their certification 3 months ago, but I'm still new. That's why I'm struggling to get clients. I'm still new. I'm just getting started. Some people have been coaches and certified for 2 years, but they're still saying they're just new and getting started because they haven't actually gone out and signed clients. So you're kind of staying in this still new. I don't know how to sell. I'm terrible at sales. I hate sales. Sales are icky and I just don't want to do it. Big one, self-worth. Who am I to be charging people to help them? Like, I feel bad doing that. I don't feel like I'm worth people even paying me, right? Self-worth is a huge one. Or self-judgment. Like, I should already have clients by now and I don't. So maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I'm just not cut out to be a coach. All of these things are reasons that our brains tell us for why we're struggling to get clients. And if we could just figure out these things, then the clients would come. Then we'd know how everyone else is doing it, right? What the missing link is. It's going to be, our brains think it's one of these things. Whichever one we identify with the most is the one that we focus on, right? And there can be more. Leave it in the comments which ones your brain likes to tell you is the biggest struggle for you. Let me know which one you feel like you're working on or if there's more. But the problem here with the struggle and with all of these reasons that our brain tells us are the reason we don't have clients yet, or the reason why we're not signing clients right now, is that as soon as our brains are like these really powerful machines. And as soon as we tell our brain a thought like, hey, this is the problem, it's over here, our brain goes and starts to solve and look for the solution. And everywhere we go, we see evidence that that is the problem and we need to solve for it. And so I want you guys to think about how much time and or energy this is taking from you right now, believing that one of these things is a big problem for you and needs to be solved. Like, if you think one of these things is an obstacle standing in your way, your brain will continue to focus on that until you feel like you've solved it. And what happens then is you can't sign a client when you're focusing on these things, because these things don't create clients ever. Never, ever, ever. Getting certified doesn't create clients for you. Like, you get the certification and then you still don't have clients. Now you have to figure it all out again, right? Now you're still new, right? And now you still have to deal with all of the mindset and the self-confidence and all of the things that come up when you believe that you're still new and you're not confident to get clients. And you start to wonder, where are the clients? How do I put together the program that's high value for them? I've never done that before. And your brain is going to spend time on each of these things as long as you attach value to it as one of the things that is going to bring you clients. All right? Here's what you actually need to do. This is the foundation of everything that I teach. Everything that I teach in the Online Coach Intensive starts here. We work on this first, right? We teach you where to find your ideal clients. We teach you how to put together the signature program, how to be seen as the expert, how to make sales, how to work on your mindset. All of these things are really important, right? I'm not saying you don't need a program, you don't need clients, but this is not the foundation. The reason why your brain thinks all of these things are the problem is because you aren't believing that your identity right now, who you are right now in the world, is a coach right now. You're either still new or getting certified or trying to figure out and wanting to be a coach who has clients. Like, I really want to get clients, or I really want to get clients and make this much money. But the reason why you don't have those things is because you're not being the coach who has those things right now. You don't believe you are that health coach that's paid, right? You don't believe you're there yet. You're wanting instead of being. So the main thing, that the foundation of everything, and stay with me because this is so important. Listen, my client Esty just went live in our group this morning. She signed her first client last night in 20 minutes. She's been in the program 8 days, okay? She doesn't have all of her systems together yet, okay? We don't have her client attraction system together. It's been 8 days. So if those were the things that create clients, she wouldn't be able to create a client in 8 days. Okay, you guys can let go of this story at any time, okay? Believing you are a health coach now, right? How you know you don't believe yet. Some of you guys are like, but I know I'm a coach. That's why I'm in this group, because I'm a health coach or I'm a trainer, whatever I said. I told you when I came in, I'm a coach. But how you know you don't really believe that identity yet, like how you're not standing in that identity, is if it's not just rolling off your tongue when you meet somebody. Like, you don't have any drama about telling people you're a health coach, right? If you go and meet someone and they say, hey, I'm so-and-so, and you're like, hi, I'm Susie Q. I'm a nurse at Hope Hospital down the street, right? I used to do this for a long time. Standing behind whatever, like, my identity was before, and not standing in my identity as a coach now, okay? Or if you tell people that you're a coach and you're like, let me explain what I do and tell you all about, like, kind of the features of that. Like, let me explain how I coach people, because you just assume that people don't know who you are and what you do. Like, you assume they're going to be confused because you don't have that just solid belief in your identity right now. Or if you're like, here's my certification. Look, I'm a coach now. Yay, you guys, I'm certified now. I just want to let you know now I'm a coach. It's like, how do you feel when you say that? Are you standing in this knowing of your identity? You're like, yes, I'm a health coach. Or do you have drama about it? How you know what you believe is by how you feel. Okay? So you can say things all the time and not believe them. Standing in your belief in your identity. So this image, this lovely drawing down here, I hope you all can see it, is what I call the identity scale, okay? This is the only thing, believe me on this, I want to make this so simple. This is the only thing standing in the way of you signing a client. Like, you could sign a client today, all right, with the identity scale. So the identity scale is like this upward scale where if you're a newbie coach, or if you haven't bought into the belief and the identity that you are a coach, that clients like to buy from, that clients work with, you're over here in this identity of like, I'm this new coach, and the newbie coaches are the ones who are trying to figure it all out. They're like, but I don't know how to do it yet. I still need to find out what everyone's doing. Like, what's the secret that everyone's doing? When you have thoughts like that, you're over here in your identity. You're believing that you aren't the coach yet because you don't have it figured out yet, right? Versus over here where you're just the expert coach and you're like, yeah, I coach people every day because I'm a coach. This is what I do. And I get paid for it. And it's amazing. It's the best thing ever. You should totally coach with me, right? So I want you guys to understand that, because if some of you guys might be thinking this is too woo-woo, like, what's something actionable? Like, okay, if I'm over here, how do I become the expert coach, right? Well, you don't become the expert coach by sitting at home on your couch or in your office, like, wondering how to find clients and how to create a signature program, or wondering how to stand out because everything is so saturated right now. there's so many coaches trying to be coaches. How do I stand out? Or what's the best piece of paper to get certified with, right? What's going to make people believe I'm an expert? That's not how you believe and move across the identity scale, all right? This is the biggest waste of time. This is the biggest thing that keeps coaches from signing clients, right? So the main thing you need to work on is your identity. How do I do this, Valerie? Get to the point. What do I do? What's actionable that's actually going to get me to believe that I'm a coach? Because right now, I'm over here. I recognize that. The only things you need to work on to move yourself into the identity of being a coach who has clients, who gets paid, is 3 things, all right? Show up and serve. Show up and serve. Something you can do every day. Coach people. Be a coach. Practice being a coach to everyone around you because you're a coach and you show up and serve. Let people know. You're open for business. How many of you have let people know you're open for business? Like, if everybody knows that you're a coach and you're taking clients right now. Offer to help people. Just offer to help like a coach would. What is this going to do? Because a lot of people are like, okay, but then, I feel like I'm lying though. You're saying to show up as this identity of this coach who, is all expert, show up and serve, let people know that I'm open for business, but I feel like I need to have all this figured out, make offers that I don't even know how to do that yet. I can't even sell. Like, this feels like I'm jumping ahead or pretending to be someone that I'm not, right? This feels uncomfortable. Like I'm feeling some friction here, okay? Why are you feeling friction? Because everything in between where you are right now and where you want to be in this identity as the go-to coach, as the expert who stands out in the crowded market that people are like lining up to work with, who just have to work with you, right? That's growth, my friends. That's what growth feels like. Growth feels like friction. Growth feels uncomfortable. So if you feel like you're bumping up against something that feels uncomfortable, like showing up and serve when you don't even believe yet that you are a coach, or telling people you're open for business when you don't feel like you are because you don't have clients yet, you don't have the evidence that you are a paid coach, but you're showing up that way, making offers to people when you have all of this resistance, like, oh my gosh, I've never done that before, and I'm showing up like a coach who does that all of the time. This doesn't feel genuine. That's what growth feels like. Everything in between where you are right now and that expert coach who does it all day long is the growth that's required for you to move across the identity scale. That is how you become the coach who believes you serve every day, you coach your clients, you're open for business, you make offers all the time, and people want to work with you. It's the only way to stand in that belief. So how long does it take then? People ask them, well, how long is it going to take to like actually believe I'm a coach, to stand in that identity as the expert coach? And my answer to you is as long as you are, and as often as you are willing to show up and serve, be open for business, and make offers to people, right? How often are you willing to do that? And here's a quick way you can check how much you've been doing that right now, is if you go and you look at your profile right now, all of you who joined here, if you go and look at your profile and you don't know in 30 seconds or less that you're open to business, you can't see your offers that you've made, you haven't been showing up to serve. If people don't know in 30 seconds or less that who you are, that you're open for business, that you're taking clients right now, the clients are not going to come to you. They're not going to know, right? And so this is the distinction between the coaches who want to have clients, they're up here in the struggle, and the coach who is standing in the identity of having. They're standing in the identity of like having that business right now. They're doing the things that coaches who have businesses and have clients do. They're doing those things right now, right? Here's what wanting to have clients feels like, okay? This is what you spend your time doing. Researching, getting ready, figuring it out, right? Deciding. Oh my gosh, so many coaches sit in deciding. If I could have $1 for every time a coach is like, I'm figuring it out, I need to think about what I want to do. Like I'm an analyzer. I like to have all my ducks in a row and analyze everything, and then I sleep on it, and then I make a really good decision. No, that's called hiding. That's called not trusting yourself. That's called not believing in yourself. Coaches who have that identity, they're the go-to coach, they're the expert, they know what they're doing, they make decisions and they back themselves up. They don't sit there and second guess themselves and spin out in confusion, getting ready, researching, figuring it out. Squirrel brain mode, right? Overwhelm, confusion, uncertainty, new, just getting started, right? Those are all of the actions and emotions of people who are standing in that, I want to have clients, I want to get them, I need to figure out where to find them, right? That if you feel that way, then you're going to be afraid to let people know you're open for business. You're going to be afraid to tell people that you're a coach and show up and coach people, right? You're going to have drama about it. What are people going to think? Especially the people, like if you have drama about posting on your personal Facebook, the people who knew you maybe before you became a coach or before you decided to even get into coaching, maybe they knew you like when you were like a hot mess, or they knew you back in college or whatever, and you're like, this person is going to think I'm absolutely crazy for telling people I'm a coach and showing up in service doing this coaching thing, right? That is you standing over here on the identity scale. And it's going to feel uncomfortable because here is all the friction in between. So how much are you willing to show up and serve, be open for business, and let people know you're open for business, and make offers to people? Those are the three things that are going to be uncomfortable as you're moving across the identity scale, but the only things that will create clients. None of these things create clients. They don't, ever. Okay? Are you guys with me on this? This is making sense to you. How many of you are getting your socks blown off right now? Right? You need to believe, think, and act like an expert coach. That's how you become one. You don't become one sitting at home and coaching yourself on your self-worth and your confidence and your mindset and all the strategy, right? How much are you willing to feel the friction? That's normal. Like, I think we think something's gone horribly wrong when our brains freak out, when we do things that are scary and uncomfortable. We're like, wait a minute, like something's gone horribly wrong. This doesn't feel in alignment. This is supposed to feel good if it's in alignment, right? I think that's the biggest killer of dreams, you guys. How much are you willing to feel the negative emotion along the way of learning to believe that you are a coach right now, right? The faster you move along this scale, right, the more clients will come to you, right? So it's a journey. You're going to be showing up, and you're going to get a client. And then you're going to keep showing up and doing those things and believing you're a coach. And the more you show up and the more you sign clients, the faster you move up the identity scale, right? The faster you move up the identity scale. You can spend 8 weeks spinning out on your signature program, right? Or you could figure it out today. Like, it's going to take you as long as you decide it's going to take you. You could spend 6 months getting certified and not sign a client, and then decide in a moment to be the expert coach and to start showing up differently. I'm not kidding you. This is the very first thing that shifted for my client Shelby. As soon as she made this shift and decided to show up and serve, let people know she's open for business, make offers, she signed 5 clients in 30 days. This is how you sign clients in 30 days. It's not all of the other things. These are the things that are eating your time and energy, and they're going to take as long as your brain decides they're going to take to figure it out. Okay? You could sign a client today. Do you believe that? Like, it could happen today. I've had people sign clients just from my free trainings before. So be open to that. It's not going to happen from any of these things. And I want to leave you with one last thing because I know we're almost out of time today. This is an example that, I kind of need that part there. This is an example that one of my coaches showed me when she was teaching me about sales and like how to enroll clients. She taught me this analogy and it's so powerful. I want to leave it with you today. All right. So this is you right now. And these are all of your thoughts about your identity and your belief about what's possible right now, right? If you believe, you know, whether you believe you're a beginner, where you believe you need to figure all these things out. And then this is your current island, right? This is island number 1. But then there's also all these other islands out there in the ocean, right? And all of these islands represent like different scenarios for you and your business and what's possible, like what you could actually create, right? And so depending on, and you can go to any of these islands anytime you want, right? These islands are out there for you. But depending on how you feel or what you believe up here is going to depend on which island you end up taking off to. So in island number 2, you can't find the clients. They're just not, you just don't know where they are. Like, you don't sign clients because they don't see you as an expert. They don't believe that you can help them. They don't have that confidence or certainty, or they think your prices are too expensive, or they're not sure what you do, or they're confused, or they just don't seem like your ideal fits. And all of the things that your brain thinks are the problem are on this island. And island number 2, Dream Island, is where you have all of the clients, right? The clients just come to you. They're lining up. They're like, oh my gosh, you just blew my mind. I have to work with you. Tell me more about how you can help me. This is my problem. This is Dream Island. Both of these islands are actually available to you right now. They're available to you in this current reality right now, not in the future, not 6 months from now once you've built your business, not a year from now once you've got it all together. The only thing that's going to determine which island you decide to live in your identity and your reality is going to happen up here in your mind when you decide you are a coach who gets paid, that clients love to sign up with. Why is that? Because your clients are going to borrow that energy from you. Your clients, if you help people lose weight, all right, and your client is like, I have been trying to lose 50 pounds for 12 years, and I've lost it, and I've regained it, and I've lost it, and I've regained it, and I don't think I can do it again. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to lose this weight and actually keep it off. And you're like, of course you can. I'm going to help you facilitate that. I'm going to do that with you. These are the 3 things we're going to work on, and it's going to change everything, and you're never going to have to wonder how to keep the weight off ever again. And your identity as like, yes, I can help you. Your clients borrow that belief from you, and they're drawn to you like, I have to work with her. She's going to help me get there. But they don't want to work with the newbie coach who's like, yeah, I mean, I just started taking clients. I'm taking some beta clients right now, and we can maybe work on this for a little bit. We might get you some results. I think I can help you, maybe, because I help people sometimes, or I've helped myself before. I think I can do this. No, that's over here on the identity scale. Where is your belief? The faster you move across your belief, the more clients will come to you and have to work with you, because that conviction and that certainty and that confidence in your energy is exuding out of you. How you show up. It's not what you do that makes you get to the islands. It's how you're thinking when you're doing all of these things that will determine whether the clients come to you or not. It's not how do I find them? It's Am I showing up and serving? Am I treating everyone around me like my clients? Am I coaching them from the place of like, of course I can help you today. This is going to blow your socks off. You have to hear what I'm going to share with you today, right? Also, I'm open for business. I'm taking clients right now. Here's my offer. Let's talk about it. That is how the clients will come to you. It's that simple. So anytime your brain tries to complicate things, you're like literally paddling your way over to this island where it's like super confusing and you don't know where to find clients. All right. This analogy like blew my socks off. Like when my coach gave me this analogy, it changed everything for me. Because I used to be really confused, you guys. I was like, I'm a registered dietitian. Like I know like logically that I'm smarter than a lot of these other coaches. Like that's what I thought. I was like, but I've been in school for so much longer than them. So why is that coach over there making like 10 grand a week and I can't get anybody to sign up with me? Like, I don't know what's going on. Why can't I find the clients? This was the difference. It's going to affect everything you do, whether you do an ad, whether you put together a webinar, whether you write an email, it's going to show up in everything you do, right? The strategy itself, figuring it out, isn't going to create clients. It starts here first. This is the foundation of everything. That's why we're starting with it today. And I feel so passionately about it. Trust me, you can sign a client today with this. You could do everything else wrong and sign a client today. It can happen that fast. It can happen in 20 minutes. It did for my client last night. She signed her in 20 minutes. It didn't come from having like the perfect spiel. No, that's not where clients come from. So that is our lesson for today. That is the very first thing, the only thing you need. If you implement this, if you work on this identity scale this year, it's going to change your business. I promise you. All right? Show up and serve. Let people know you're open for business. Make offers to those people. The clients will come. It's that simple. All right? We're going to chat more tomorrow on lesson 2. I'm going to answer all of your questions about signature programs because I know you guys have a lot of questions about that and how to, be seen as the expert. And then we're going to talk about Friday about like showing up and serving, making offers, all of those things. You're never going to be confused about how to do this. You're never going to have to wonder how to find clients ever again. This is amazing. I promise you. All right, guys, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Leave it in the comments if you guys had any ahas or breakthroughs today. I'll be showing up in the group later today, answering questions, responding back to you guys. So let me know what you thought of the training, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.